What up, my dudes? I'm gonna be all over the place today. I wanted to show you guys this book. It's beautiful, beautiful. Early Ra's al Ghul. Ra's al Ghul is in my top 3 villains. Mine top 3 villains all time. Between 1 and 2, Thanos, Ra's al Ghul, Darkseid, definitely Doom, but wanted to show you this beautiful book. We'll be sending this out to Mr. Kendra to get pressed. Current condition right now, I would say probably, if I were to get it slabbed right now, in an 8.0 condition. But I think Mr. Kendra can get this book into a 9.0 shape. Back is beautiful too, and the pages are even better. Look at that. Used to have a lot of bleeding of ink during those days. For this 20 center, I wanted to show you guys one of the things that I loved about Denny O'Neil, Mr. Dennis, and Neil Adams, is that the relationship between Talia and Batman was real. That was a romance. Okay. Just to take you through some of this story. Alright, this is the climax of this story, where Batman faces off against Ra's al Ghul. They're fighting. Batman gets stung by a deadly scorpion. Ra's always has had respect for him. Obviously, this is one of their first meetings. Says, "You're proud, detective. You do not plead for aid, for the antidote to the poison in your blood, nor would I give it. The desert is the shaper of my destiny, and it has decreed me victor. Farewell, greatest of my enemies. Come, daughter. A moment, father." So Batman is laying there like dying, okay? But who saves him? She drops antidote on his lips. A final kiss. Batman rises from the dead. Trembling, he stands to face Ra's al Ghul, where he just boom pummels him down. That was a romance, my friends. Romance. Anyway, showing you that book because of this, baby. Yeah, got these in. I didn't want to put this up. I don't remember if I did. I don't think I did, though. This was a State of Comics exclusive. They're selling it also in Comic Kingdom of Canada. It's for $17, $17.62 is what they're selling it for in Comics Kingdom of Canada. I don't think it's gonna, I think I could probably get $80 for them. I think I bought like 5 of them. If I get them all back in 9.8s, I'll keep one. Look at that, baby. Yeah, baby. Yeah, Neil Adams goodness. I'll show these books when I get ready to send them out. I got a big stack here. These particular ones are not my books, guys. Not these. I'm doing a favor for my bestie. Alright? I tried to buy them from him, but He says no go, baby, no go. But he still wants to get them graded, cleaned, and slabbed so that he can sell them. So I'll do them the favor and do that for him. Of course, he's gonna pay for it. But yeah, I made him an offer that he couldn't refuse, and he refused it. All right, so let's talk about the next thing here. Let's close that. Just finished bidding on this one right here. My highest bid was $22.51. I sold 2 of these this year, a 6.5 I think it was, and an 8.0. Cream pages though, cream pages. And those sold for dirt low prices, because then this book started taking off, and what I said was I wanted to upgrade. So I figured I can probably get this one, because I think you might be able to bump this to a 9.4 possibly. I don't know. I would have tried it, I would tell you, but you gotta have a limit, set a limit, and I think I went above my threshold at $22.51. Ended up selling at $22.76. I mean, I think that book, it's a good auction, good book. I think that book has still got a lot to go, a lot to rise, especially in the 9s, you know, for a book of that caliber with that type of character. Now that, my dear friends, is an original character, man. Luke Cage, Hero for Hire. Original. Alright? He's not taking on anybody's, he's himself. Luke Cage. You know, yeah. I'm going to be looking for that probably in a 9.2. Alright, talk about this as well. Only because I brought it up, I think, in the last video. Look what this sold for. $12.25. That was a $3,000 book. Now, sure, this has off-white pages, right? But off-white to white. But $12.25 when it was going probably in the $2,200 range for probably an off-white, at least $2,000. That's pretty significant. Oh, why? Because they change his gender. They change pretty much everything about the dude. You know, I still say that this character was, to me, a C villain, as maybe C plus villain. Still, though, he's got a pretty decent fan base. His fan base is not happy about what they did to him. A lot of people, speculators, also speculated and did not sell early enough. Okay, they waited until after the movie, and now they're gonna probably get burned, because when is this character gonna come back as the way that this character should come back? I mean, you don't know. Even if the character comes back, it's gonna be a woman, right? Unless they do the same thing that they're doing with the Mandarin forum, right? Where they messed that one up too in Iron Man. Alright, here's another one I'm talking about. This is a book that's out right now. It's got 4 days, 20 hours, almost 5 days left. This is the ALA, American Library Association, Something's Killing the Children, #1. Supposedly the rarest. I say supposedly, guys, because supposed to be 700. Well, they printed 1,000 of them, and then they said that around 200 or so, a little more than 200 got damaged. So there should be around 780 of them right now. But SIKTC Comics has been selling them. I wanted to show you guys the last sales for this. Pay attention to that sale for $10,000 and that sale for $48.50. Now, this is SIKTC Comics that was selling these $12.50 and $3,000. Now there were more sold by Scalise Comics, but he was selling them raw, right? I am assuming that the guy that bought this one, and I say this one because, watch this. That's a $10,000 sale. We're going to go over serial number. I already cross-referenced it, okay? But it's, pay attention to the last four. 0011, okay? 10,000, and we're going to look at the seller. I'll take a look at him. Remix Go, right? Now we're going to go to, that one is June 22nd is when that sold. June 22nd, supposedly that sold. There's sell, we'll go back here. Alright, we'll go back there. So this one sold, the 4850 sold July 12th. This one 10,000 June 22nd. Okay. Here's the 4850. Remember it was 0011? What is this? 0011, guys. And who is the seller? The seller is Remix Go. Alright, why am I showing that? I'm showing that because I might be calling, you know, should you call this bullshit? Should you? Market manipulation, you know, put a book out for a buy it now price of 10,000, get it sold, then cancel the sale, so that, but the sale, see, on eBay, it still shows like if it's sold on sold items, right? Then the same seller puts it back out there. Now, is it possible that somebody bid 10,000 and then they said, "Oh no, you know what? I'm not gonna buy it." Yeah, that is possible, you know. So you don't know what really happened, but it definitely looks to me, in my opinion, and I do not know this for a fact, but it looks to me like this guy might have been trying to, you know, manipulate the market for this book so that in the following month he could relist it at an auction price and see how high he can get for it. I was part of that bidding, and but I did not, you know, you have to set a price for yourself on what you are willing to pay for a particular book. And yes, I did chase this book, but yeah, I mean, this could end up being a bargain price. It could, but I wasn't willing to take that chance at the moment. All right, I had a set price that I wanted to go, went above my price, you know. All right, so let's get to the opening of this thing. All right, I did peek on these last Ronins. It's only 7 books and stuff, but is it good? I guess it's good and bad. It's all right, I guess. Let's look at them. All right, pleasant surprise here is that we find this. It's back. All right, look at that. Okay, get rid of that. Get rid of this. All right, let me take the paper out of there. Okay, I went after these because the last Ronin is what started the craze, or the recent, or what the craze that we had last year for TMNT, right? Books. I mean, TMNT has always been a hot property, a good property too. But when they came out with the last Ronin, it just opened up a new interest for TMNT. Check the. So I figured, you know what? they're probably, hopefully going to, there's a lot of scuffing on this, but it's only on the bags. Yeah, it's only on the bag. Never did like the labeling that they have for magazines. Just looks like it's like loose inside. But why is it a 9.4? I mean, see, look at that. Every book that I sent them, it could have a fingerprint, I guess, and it might have not even been put by me. It could have been put by the grader or the person that pre-screens it. I'm talking about before they give it to the grader that, you know, handles your books. There's nothing wrong that I see on this book. Well, nah, no, there ain't. 9.4. Somebody's got to get the 9.4s, right? Blows. Oh, right here, maybe. See that? This slightest. Look at that. The slightest. There's why there's the 9.4. Right there. Doesn't break color. But you know what? See, if you look hard enough, you can see the flaw. You can see the flaw. Now, can this be pressed? Absolutely, it can be pressed, because there's, man, that may not have been put in by me. Could have been put in by them. But a 9.4 nonetheless. It is the 1 in 25. All right. Alright, so here's another 9.4, but this is the cover A. Let's see if the labeling is right. Labeling appears to be right on it too. I'm not going to inspect it for, it's a 9.4, it's a 9.4 for a reason, right? It'll probably be the same thing, it'll be something mundane, but maybe that. Very, very minor stuff. That's the bag, right? That's the bag. Whatever. 9.4. I think even at a 9.4, I think I can wet my beak. I think, just based on the price that I paid, might be like even at a 9.4. 9.6, I could definitely make a little bit of a profit though. Alright, like I said, I already know the grades. So out of the 7, I was expecting at least 4 9/8. So I did get what I was expecting. Okay. So I was hoping for like 5 or 6. Obviously I was hoping for all 7 9/8, but this is a cover A, of course. Cover A 9/8. And 1 in 25. Yeah, baby. 9.9. I'll show you guys something though with the 9.9s. Because of the stock of this book, if you send it in early, and the trick is, this is the reason why I wanted to send them in early, okay? Because the longer you hold on to these type of books, the more chances you take of them being damaged in a box, even light damage. Like, we're talking about insignificant damage that could knock it down to a 9.6 or a 9.4, or in that case maybe from a 9.9 to a 9.8. But because of the stock of the book, and then the last one is a 9/8. So on the 1 in 25s, I did really good. We did really good, man. 1 in 25s gave me 9/8, a 9/9. On the cover A's, I got 2 9/8s, and then of course the 2 9/4s and the 1 9/6. All right, I'll show you guys what the census on CGC says about these, though. Okay, this is the cover A for Last Ronin on CGC right now. It's 185 9.9s. There's 3 10.0s, 1,726 9.8s. It's majority, vast majority, of course, a 9.8 and above. So, think about it. The ones that I sent in, how the hell do I get 2 9.4s and 1 9.6, man? Come on, out of 7. When, look at the average. Man. Yeah, that's just bad luck. That's the cover A. This is your, okay, hold on, no, not that one. Okay, here we go. This is your incentive cover A. That's the one in, I guess, 10. And then this is the incentive cover B. It's 4 10.0s, 39.9s, 320 9.8s. Obviously, it's significantly less, but only because it's a 1 in 25. You know, overall, it's 400 overall so far. 400 only. You know what? Most of my 9.8s came back in that, and the 1 9.9. But really, is the 9.9 that significant? You know, for that particular book, not really. It's my second 9.9 ever from CGC, though, so that's good. It's going to be worth more than a 9.8, but not that much more than a 9.8. Truthfully speaking, a 9.8 and a 9.9, if you look at them side by side, even with a magnifying glass, sometimes you can't tell the difference. You really can't. Sometimes you can't tell the difference between a 9.6 and a 9.9. Sometimes, you know, it all depends on the grader. But overall, it was a success. You know, 4 out of 7. Yeah, the percentages are much better for everybody else than me. Okay, they just are. Okay, 400 total, and we're talking about 354 that are 9.8 or above, right? Look at that percentage right there versus what I got. Okay, damnation, yeah, over 90%. I came out with just over 50%, just over. Yeah. All right, let's see. All right, this last segment here is going to be in response to one of the guys that I respect big time, man, Mr. Mark Spector. In the world of comics, he wanted to know my take on the Blackstone Group's purchasing of CGC. I tried to stay away from this because the fact is, I'm a little guy, man. So, but if you want to know my opinion on it, here it is. My opinion is I'm going to buy some shares in Blackstone. That's my opinion on it. If you're planning on doing the same, consult a professional about it before you do so. But yeah, Blackstone is a management firm. That's pretty much what they are. It's like a there's many management firms, asset management firms in the stock market, and I like going after certain ones. Chimera is one of them. If if you're in the stock market, if you're in a 401k, chances are your 401k, I mean, probably 99.9% of them there's at least one fund in there that owns Berkshire Hathaway, right? Which is what this is pretty much emulating, right? Blackstone and almost all of the companies like this. It's a smaller conglomerate, but these type of companies like Blackstone are growing. Just a year ago, this was a $35 billion company. Now it's a $70 billion company, and they own a lot of real estate all over the world. So what do I think that means for CGC? Now, I've heard different takes. I'm not going to say names, but I heard a guy say that, oh, no, they're not going to build anywhere else. They're going to keep the one location in Sarasota. And that's a guy I really respect too. Very highly respected by everybody. I've heard that, they're going to fix all the troubles that CGC has. Listen, guys, Blackstone, if they thought the CGC had problems, they wouldn't have purchased it. They're only looking at the spreadsheets of CGC, and they're seeing CGC, according to their numbers are saying CGC has no problems. CGC is a growing company. Their business keeps growing and growing and growing. They already have real estate all over the place. So in my opinion, and again, this is only my opinion, they're going to open up more centers for CGC. And why would they do that? It's because my books, these books, they waited like, 4 months to charge my credit card? That's 4 months that they waited to charge because they don't have the facilities to charge me for those. They want to charge me for these as fast as possible because they want that revenue. They are paying their shareholders 2.75% dividend for the stock that they're holding on Blackstone. All right, that's per year. Right? They want as much money as possible because what their intent on doing is growing. That's not to say that they won't go out and sell CGC. They will, as long as they can make money off of it. But they're not here to fix problems. They're here to make money. They might not even be comic book fans, okay? Chances are they ain't. They're looking at a spreadsheet. They're looking at financials, and the financials are saying CGC is a growing company and it's cheap, okay? And they want to get in on it while it's cheap and while they can grow it. Just like McDonald's, McDonald's, what do they want to do with it? Just keep growing it. Buying real estate. One of the biggest real estate firms on the planet, McDonald's, possibly I don't know if they're still number one, but they were number one for quite a while. But if they stay in one location, would it grow? No, man, that's not growth. This company's about growth, and in my opinion, I think they're probably going to open up a CGC center in probably Europe is where I would put it if I worked for them. Maybe another center in the United States, and see how that goes. You know, worst comes to worst, you could always sell real estate, right? But yeah, I think that's definitely in the future. The other thing that might be in the future is higher fees, because again, they want to make money. They have a commitment to their shareholders. They want to make money. So what I'm doing is I'm probably going to buy, this is me, guys. This is just me. I don't want you guys doing this, all right? I'm probably going to buy at least 10 shares of this company. Just take a little gamble on it. But it's this is what you call, you know, like if I were to put this on one of my projects, I would say that this is in the growth tier. Because that's what this company is just doing. It's just growing. I purchase companies that are growing, and with high growth too. So that would be my take on Blackstone and their acquisition of CGC. Now, the good thing about CGC, I would say, is that when CGC sold, the CEO of CGC kept shares because he knows the deal, man. He doesn't want to be out. You know, he knows that they're going to grow this thing. And they have the funds to get these facilities. And yeah, he wants a part of it. He wants to be part of that. He wants to own those shares. I would have done the same thing if I owned CGC. If I were a CGC shareholder, done the same thing, man. Keep a portion of the company. Take my money now, you know. Take my money now, and then just hold whatever I have left, because whatever you have left might be worth a lot more than what you just took in cash later, you know. But I will definitely be purchasing the stock of Blackstone, and that's not to say that you're not going, you know, a lot of times people see these companies are evil or whatever. I've heard actually people say that here on YouTube, but yes, man, these companies are the stock market. You know, they're in the stock market. They are our industry. You know, this is what it's like out there, right? This is what the people that pay your checks. Same thing as this. You know, what I would say is CBCS. They have a clear sight on a prize. Why don't you just change your slabs? Change your slabs. They're probably going to raise prices again. Probably going to do that. All right. It's almost a slam dunk that they're going to do that. Change the freaking slabs. Make those slabs stand out. You know, and become a real player. Everybody trusts CBCS's grading. Everybody trusts CBCS's grading. Everybody hates their slabs. All right, almost put out this video without the numbers. So this is why you got to be very careful when you send out magazines, all right? Because especially modern magazines, because you got to make sure that you have enough left to make a profit. So my credit card only got charged $197. They didn't charge me the $60. They're probably going to change that later, but CGC cost is $197. I am assuming $14 on the shipping to CGC because I sent 3 submissions out. Comes out to $30.14 per book. This is under the old tier system, not the new one. All right. but them is the numbers. All right, have a good night, guys. Well, it's daytime now. Daytime.